All right, so Mia made $718. Okay, so she's gotten the taste for investing, and now she's been working at her restaurant for 5 years now. She's been working there, and she feels like she's capable of bigger and better things. Okay, now her family tells her she is an excellent baker. Okay, as you can see by the cake here, this is one of Mia's cakes. She's an excellent baker. She makes desserts; they're delicious. Okay, they're so good, in fact, that she thinks she's going to start her own business and she's going to sell cakes and desserts to local restaurants and people in the Metroplex. Okay. And she already has somebody willing to buy her cakes from her, and that is the restaurant she used to work at. And they are willing to buy $200 worth of cakes from her every month. So Mia has one client, $200 a month. She wants to know how much money she will make if she were to increase that business by 10% every single month. So month over month, increase it 10% over 5 years. Okay. So how much money will Mia make in 5 years if she were able to increase her $200 revenue by 10% month over month? Okay. So first step, go back. First step, we're going to annotate, right? So annotate. So we're looking at 5 years, right? If she were to increase her $200 revenue by 10%. Okay, so this one's a little tricky, okay? We know that our initial amount is 200, okay? So if we look at y equals a times 1 plus r to the x, we know our initial amount, our a, is 200, okay? We also know that our rate is 10%, right? It's 10% month over month, okay? So we know our R, our rate here, is 0.10, okay? Now the X is what makes it tricky, because if we are going up by 10% per month, and we want to know how much for 5 years, then we need to change month to years, or years to months, okay? So 5 years times 12 is 60, okay? So our equation should look like this. Y equals 200 times 1.10 times 60, okay? And I hope that makes sense to you all, okay? Because if you put 5 in there for your time, we're not increasing 10% per year. We're increasing 10% per month. It's going to make our equation completely wrong, okay? So let's make sure that, I wanted to throw that in there, throw that curveball in, because this is a question that you're likely to see, okay? Make sure your time is correlated to your rate, okay? So if your rate's changing per month, then your time needs to be changing per month, okay? All right, so if we put that in here into the calculator, okay, 1 plus 1.0 is 1.10, okay, to the x, and we said our x is 60, so 60 months, okay? So we have this number right here, 304.48, okay? And we are going to multiply that by our initial investment, $200. And voila, look at that. If she increased her business by 10% every month, okay, she increased that 200, she will be making $60,000, okay? Yeah, so that'll be her revenue, okay? So she will have a $60,000 per month revenue, okay? Now that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be making $60,000 a month, because we don't know what her expenses look like or anything like that. But we do know that after 5 years, I mean, she's got a pretty successful business running, okay? She went from making $200, she went to revenuing $200 a month to $60,000 a month in revenue, okay? So she's making some good money. Okay, I want to show you one other thing, okay? So if you put into the calculator y equals 200 times 1.10, okay, and we're going to make that to the x, okay? So that's this equation here, okay, except instead of putting the 60 in there, we did to the x, okay? Okay, so now I want to just click on this little edit list right here, okay, and we can look at this table, okay? Now, if we put 60 in for x, it will show us that total as well. So 60,896.32. Okay, I just wanted to show you that trick. If you do it like this, it's fine. I just want you to know that how to write the equation. If you know how to write it, then solving it is up to you. Okay, I'm going to get into the next one, the next question after this.